What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. Big news as Polestar announces updates and range improvements for the Polestar 2, the first volume model from the electric performance brand. So here's what's to know. Before we get started, I do want to mention that from SwedenWithLove.com has some awesome products in their offering. They are all related to Swedish automotive. So for example, this Jettech, the performance by Sweden Jettech, super awesome, fits perfectly with your Volvo key and also Polestar key or Lynk&Co key or whichever you want. Anyway, nice black and gold details. So if you want to check that out, go to FromSwedenWithLove.com and use Jettech 10 at checkout for an additional 10% off your order. Super awesome. And for the folks in the Netherlands, they offer free shipping. So make sure you check that out from SwedenWithLove.com. Let's get started. So Polestar has announced updates and range improvement for the Polestar 2, the first volume model from the electric performance brand. The Polestar 2, following the Polestar 1, the basically Volvo concept coupe. Awesome car, and yeah, the Polestar 2 is the first model you really see out there, you know, from Polestar. It's based on the concept from Volvo, the 40.2, which is basically a cousin to the Volvo XC40, which was the concept 40.1. They were, well, revealed together as a concept couple back in the days. And back then we expected that the 40.2 would go to Volvo being the S40, but no, Volvo took over Polestar and Polestar became the standalone brand. And yeah, here we go. The S40, 40.2 went to the Polestar 2 model design. Super awesome, of course. But the car has been out there now for a couple of years, well, at least in the Netherlands. For example, in other countries, they are still launching the car. But here in the Netherlands, I think we have the Polestar 2 for about 2 years now. So maybe about time for a couple of improvements here and there. So the first one is very interesting, and that all has to do with the standard range single motor, so the basic version basically of the car. And that's very nice because from now on the battery in the Polestar 2 standard range single motor sees improved cell chemistry. Do not ask me what that is. That provides a higher capacity within the battery pack. So from now on you will get 69 kilowatt hours from the battery pack. I believe that used to be 64, 65. So that's a nice little improvement. And that allows, of course, for a better range on the car. So from now on, you will have a WLTP range of 427 kilometers from a single motor battery pack, which is not the biggest. So that's very impressive and nice to see they are improving that. That also comes with better charging. So from now on at the DC charger, you will get a max rate of 130 kilowatt hours, which is impressive. Do note that's of course the top speeds. So that's often when your state of charge is pretty low of the battery pack, and when it gets fuller, the charging speed will decline a little bit as usual on electric cars. So that used to be, I believe, 120 kilowatt hours. So that's a nice little improvement over there as well. Good job by Polestar. And with this battery upgrade basically also comes a little performance update, so to say. So from now on, instead of 224 horsepower, you will get 228 horsepower. So an additional 4, do with it whatever you want. So with this update also comes a couple of new colors, wheels, upholstery and such. So the first one are the colors. From now on, space replaces void, and space is basically a black metallic, as void was more or less the standard black metallic-ish color of the car. You can, well, compare it to Blackstone Solid and Onyx Black on Volvo cars. But anyway, those are the details. And also from now on, Jupiter replaces Moon, and Jupiter is a bit of a rosé pinkish kind of color. Looks pretty interesting, perhaps, well, if you are more stylish or something like that, I don't know. Anyway, a very interesting color. I think it suits Polestar, but still the colors on the Polestar 2 are quite limited. You know, you have black, white, blue, and then this pinkish color. And from now on, no more black as the base color. No, from now on you will have magnesium as the standard color without any additional cost. But then we also get a couple of new designs on the 19-inch and the 20-inch wheels. They look awesome, especially those new 20-inch wheels. They look super awesome, very futuristic, and I also kind of wonder how that would look under, for example, my Volvo C40, also in the crystal white metallic color. I'm a bit tempted about that. Then there is also a new upholstery which replaces the barley, the nice amber brownish leather interior. You could opt for it. It was quite expensive to have, but anyway, the new one is the zinc color for the ventilated Napa leather upholstery. And meanwhile, my pilot assist is going crazy, and that replaces the barley, as I said. Available with the light ash deco as well, and that replaces the reconstructed wood in the car. And I kind of liked the reconstructed wood. Nice little update. I kind of wonder, as it is a light interior, how that will hold, you know, over the years. But then the next one is also pretty interesting, as they are introducing a removable sunshade for the glass roof. That is a fixed one, same to, for example, my C40. There isn't any curtain, so to say, for it, so it's always with the sun on it, if it's a sunny day, of course. And that's perfectly fine, for example, here in the Netherlands, as it doesn't get that warm. But I can imagine in Southern European countries, the Middle East or North America, in the southern parts, that can become quite warm. So that's an optional removable shade, so to say. So I'm kind of curious to that, and also wonder if that will be more or less the same with the C40, as they are also already mentioning that to be introduced. Anyway, you can order it apparently as an accessory from mid-June 2022 already. So if you are a Polestar 2 driver, you can apparently opt for it or purchase it as an accessory, and they will send it to you. So it's a very interesting move. I think a good move, as well as people kind of were like complaining a little bit about it already. So interesting to see. Then also good to know is that the performance software upgrade you could opt for on your Polestar 2 and get it by an over-the-air update if you did the purchase, and you know, they will send it to your only Polestar performance cars. That will become standard on the performance spec Polestar 2s. So that basically means you get the upgraded performance, you know, output, horsepower and all that on the car. So that's an interesting move, because currently Polestar 2 owners had to pay for that in addition, and now it will become standard. Do note, in the European Union, so make sure you check in North America how the specs will become over there. But anyway, in the European Union, you will now get that optimization standard on your car. Pretty cool, as you will also get, for example, that nice little white badge in the grille, so to say, of the car, where you can see that your car is Polestar performed or optimized. So interesting move, but you know, also good to see that they put a little extra to the performance car, so to say. So it makes it a little bit more special and also more interesting to opt for that car if you are really into performance. Then the heat pump of the car is also improved, as the heat pump basically manages the climate in the car, and also ensures that doing that, the range of the car is optimized and doesn't take that much energy, so to say. So that's improved. Apparently it will now function between -7 Celsius degrees up to 25 Celsius degrees. So for example, in the Netherlands, that would be fine for pretty much all days the entire year. So that's a nice, interesting move. I expect this one also to be introduced on, for example, the model year 23 C40 and XC40 electrics. Anyway, guys, that are the updates to the Polestar 2. Awesome car from the electric performance brand Polestar. To be frankly honest, I'm waiting for the Polestar 3, which is coming, according to news. But anyway, awesome to see that the Polestar 2 is also updated and upgraded meanwhile, and they are not waiting to the, let's say, the hard set facelift of the car midway of the life cycle of the car. So very interesting. Anyway, if you have any comments, questions, make sure you leave them down below on the video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and also make sure you subscribe. It helps me a lot. If you are, thank you so much. I appreciate it big time, as always. Don't forget to check out FromSwedenWithLove.com with jet tags, little Swedish flag decals and awesome stuff. Use JetTag 10 at checkout, and I see you, of course, in the next videos. Couple with the C40 also coming up regarding charging, a Tesla, range, all that. So make sure you stay tuned for that. I see you guys next time. Bye bye.